Hello, hello, hello. My name is Naisha, and today I'm going to talk about a a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful story on Romance Club. And Romance Club is an interactive story game that you could get on Google Play or Apple Store. But the beautiful and just I can't describe it. It's an amazing story. It's called On Thin Ice. Now, as you can see, I'm on season 3, which is the finale. Ooh, my voice is crackling. I ain't like that. But back to what I was saying. I'm on season 3 of On the Thin Ice. But I wanted to talk about season 1 and season 2 of On Thin Ice. And before I get into it, just want to let you know there will be spoilers because I can't do a review or, put my own opinions in without giving you spoilers. I'm sorry. Like, if you don't like it, you just gonna have to look somewhere else. I'm not sorry about that. I'm not. You just gonna have to look somewhere else, boo. I still love you though, but you're just gonna have to look somewhere else. But if you don't mind spoilers, then sit back, relax, and just enjoy what I have to say. Now, what I would like to say is, the nice. Once again, it's a beautiful book. It's very bittersweet, because there's bittersweet moments, and oh my goodness, I did not realize. I don't know what happened with Romance, like the people who created Romance Club, but oh my goodness, they did a darn good job with this story. Now, I thought Shadows of Saint 4 was like one of the good stories that they have, but On Thin Ice is another one. Man, oh man, is it beautiful. It really is. It's basically a story about a character. I name her Anya, and she just goes through so many trials and tribulations and have so many revelations, not only about herself basically. And again, I think it's a beautiful story that anyone could relate to, especially if you feel like you have hit rock bottom, or if you actually did hit rock bottom and it took so much work for you to get to where you are today. It's just a beautiful, amazing story. I enjoy it so much. Now, season 1, again, you get a lot of, well, season 1 and 2 you get a lot of information, but with season 1, again, Anya, she has been through a lot. She has hit rock bottom. Not only is she an addict, but she lost her mother. And then she's in debt to a mafia boss. And she's also working at a hotel. She also is battling with herself. Like, she's literally battling with her inner demon and stuff. Like, she's literally battling with herself, and you see that a whole lot in not only season 1 but season 2. And throughout season 1, because I'm starting season 1 first. Ooh, my voice. But anyway, I'm starting season 1 first. But basically, again, like I said, she hit rock bottom. She's not only an addict, she lost her mother. Her father left her mother when he found out that her mother was basically, her cancer came back, I want to say. And not only that, but her basically being in debt to a mob boss as well. And so of course she meets Brian, who feels like, he's like, to hell with therapy, you don't need therapy. You just need a friend and stuff like that. And he actually becomes that friend for her. Um, and then not only does he become a friend to her, but he helps her out by connecting her to so many people. He connect her to Liz, who trained her. And then, of course, you get to meet Brian's brother, Hodge. And he's also a mob boss, but he's like different and stuff. Like, and what I mean by different, he doesn't do, like, he does shady things, but he doesn't do something to, like, well, from what he is showing us, it seemed like he's trying to show us that he's a good mob boss and not the crooked kind. But anywho, not only that, you do get a lot of love interest in this book, but I will say, if you do want a certain love interest, you're gonna have to, like, try to be friends with just other people, you know. You, like, if you want, like, for example, Brian if you want Brian to be your love interest, um you have to, like, be kind of cordial with everyone else and things like that. I feel like the only person you probably wouldn't be cordial to would be Hodge, because, like, I don't know, for some odd reason, it's like he supersedes things, and then it makes so bad. Not only do he supersedes things, but season 2, there's another guy that comes into the picture. His name is Leon, and he also supersedes things. Like, if you want something with Leon, you could break up with everybody else, like whoever you with. And I just thought that was so freaking interesting, because I was like, wait, really? Why can't we just break up with someone and then get with someone we want? Because I'm not gonna lie, I was actually trying to go with Brian, but I ended up going with Hodge. And even though Hodge is so fun, and that's another thing I like about Romance Club, these graphics and, like, the avatars of these people, oh my god, they are chef kisses. They're like, mwah. Like, I kid you not. Hodge is fine. Brian is fine. If you want, like, a little lesbian action, we have Liz, and she's gorgeous. You also get Tate and Dominic. Tate becomes your new skating partner, because I forgot to mention, but Anya also used to be a figure skater. She used to be, like, one of the best until she, had an injury, until she injured her leg, and then, of course, that's how she became addicted to pills and stuff like that. But basically, with season 1, again, it's like you taking, well, not like you taking, but your character, again, she just there are times where she wants to give up, and people are telling her, like, no, you gotta fight. You can't give up. You have to fight. You have to keep going. You have to keep pushing. And then saying the only person who could keep you from winning is you. And that seems like, and to me, that seems like it's a theme of this book. It seems like the only person that's literally stopping you from, like, getting to where you want to be is you. And again, I feel like, and that's what another thing what I like about On Thin Ice in general. I like the fact that it is relatable. Like, because again, you have people in this world who have hit rock bottom. They don't know what to do. They feeling at a loss. They want to give up. And it's like you can't give up. You have to keep pushing. Even if it gets hard, you still have to fight back. And I like the fact that, like, throughout the book, you do see her, like, she has her highs, and of course she has her lows. And people are literally telling her, like, you can't give up. You have to still continue to fight. And I know one of my favorite characters in this book, other than Anya, but yeah, I know my favorite character in this book is Andrew. Andrew is like a father figure to Anya. And the reason why he's my favorite character is, like, he has wisdom. And I hate that I didn't, like, screenshot to just show you guys. But oh my goodness, what he said really stuck with me. I was like, dang. It really did. And of course, season 1 gets intense because, like I said, she owes a mob boss, and that mob boss is very crooked. And of course, things get crazy. And things seem like it's going to take a turn from, like, the worst. But luckily, it didn't. Like, even though our character does get injured, it doesn't take a turn for the worst. And you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say the worst. I'm not going to say it because, I don't know what YouTube is doing, but yeah, I'm not going to say it, but just know it could have took a turn for the worst, but it didn't. Thank goodness, because I was getting a little nervous. But overall, I also like the fact that you actually get to choose whatever choice you want. You get to choose if you want your character to basically be light or have, like, darkness, or it could be a little balance of both. As you can see, I chose light. Now I'm trying to see if I could balance, but I'm kind of failing on that. I'm trying to see if I could balance. I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't think I can balance because, again, I didn't realize that you could balance on this one. I thought it was kind of like Shadows of Saint 4, where you either had to be full of courage or be very cautious. You couldn't do both. So, yeah. So just keep that in mind. If you do decide to play on Thin Ice, you could either do a balance of light and darkness. But yeah, season 1, again, I felt like it was a beautiful story. I love the graphics. There was no grammar error anywhere. I definitely gave season 1 five stars because it was beautiful. And now I'm getting to season 2. Again, spoilers. But season 2, season 2 took me out and stuff. Because if you think season 1, because like I said, she goes through so much. Like, the character goes through so much. And, like, because she finds out that she's an addict. Because she didn't even realize she was an addict. And stuff like that. But she had to come to terms with that. She also had to come to terms with, like, with realizing that, like, sometimes a person who says that there are your friends ain't really your friends. And I'm gonna be honest. When it was time to punch Naomi, who is her fake friend, in the face, I did it. Yep, I sure did. I punched her. I was not gonna do the high rope. I wasn't. Nope. I was gonna sock her, and I loved every minute of it. I wanted to do it again. Okay, but I don't condone violence, but she deserved it. She deserved it, but I don't condone violence unless it's in books or in active story games like this one. Okay, but nah. On a serious note, again, like I said, with season 1, you could take so much from it. And that's why I'm definitely giving it 5. And again, you can make your own choice stick. No matter, like, you could choose anything and it would stick. And with season 2, oh my goodness. That one was a doozy for me because once again, of course she goes through ups and downs. Not only that, it seems like everyone around her is going through some type of ups and downs themselves. But the difference is that they're not letting their downs define them as much as your character kind of lets her ups and downs, you know, you know, um, take her all the way down. And um, with season 2, also trigger warning, because again, like I said, season 2 is a doozy, and one of the doozy is unfortunately her dad comes back, but that's not the unfortunate part. The unfortunate part is that not only does he steal from her, he also takes himself out of this world, out of like the world and stuff. If you know, you know. And that was a doozy because I wasn't expecting that. And he wrote her a letter and also sent her a text. And I ain't gonna lie, I cried. Like, and not even on that part, because I forgot what part it was. But I want to say it was the part where your character she does, she's competing again. She's going back to what she loves. Like I said, like in season 1, how Brian, like, he basically puts different people in her life. Because of that, she's able to get back into skating. She's able to get a job. You know, she's able to, like, get back on her feet. But it just seemed like now that she's back on her feet, it seems like she's, again, it's just taking so many steps backwards. And of course, like when she's doing figure skating, and I'm thinking they didn't place, she basically, you know, she felt like a failure, of course, and she, you know, locked her stuff up in her apartment, and, you know, letting um her inner self get to her. Like, yeah, letting her inner demon get to her and things like that. And of course, you know, you have people, so many people in her corner, and Dominic. Because at first, I'm gonna be honest, you do see him in season 1, but he's kind of annoying. But in season 2, Dominic becomes, well, I'm gonna say, aka Dom. Dom becomes like one of my favorite people. Like, I mean, Andrew is still up there because Andrew is Andrew. He's like the father figure that everyone would love to have because he's just so amazing and he's full of wisdom. But Dominic is that friend that you definitely want in your corners to just let you, like, have it, let you know, like, hey, it's okay to ask for help. Like, we all go through things. Like, it's okay. And also, you get to deepen the relationship with anybody you want, whether it's with Dom, Liz, Tate, Brian, and Hodge. And if you want a relationship with Leon, that could be your prerogative as well. But I know, again, I chose Hodge. Wasn't even meaning to. I was trying to go for Brian, but something about Hodge. Oh my goodness. But enough of that. But yeah, but again, like I said, not only is she dealing with her father coming back, because, like, again, her father did come back in the picture, but you had her friend Liz, her mom come back in the picture, because In season 1, Liz talked about how her mama left her and her dad, and so her mom comes back into the picture. You have Brian and Hodge, who relationship was strained, and now they're building their relationship back thanks to your character. And not only that, but people from Hodge past is coming back to him, and not only that, but he finds out something horrible. Him and Brian does too, and I know Brian tries to do something about it, and he ends up being in a car accident, and not only in a car accident, but he ends up being in a coma, and then he ends up having amnesia. At one point, he does remember your character, but it takes some time too. And what else? It's a lot of stuff that happens, but again, like I said, the whole theme of it all is, again, never to give up. Like, life is always going to be hard, but that means you just have to keep on fighting. And then, I'm not gonna lie, I think one of the things I don't like about not about season 2, but about your character is sometimes she doesn't take her own advice. Like, for example, there's a cross, what you call it? I can't think of it, but you know how like on Disney Channel they have people, like, for instance, like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, they had like Raven come on that show, like, do a crossover. Yeah, so they do a crossover in Thin Ice with, I want to say, trying to figure out which one. With Rage of the Titans. They do a crossover with Rage of the Titans and stuff, and during that crossover, your character tells Andrea, who is from the Rage of the Titans, but basically tells her, like, she can't give up and things like that. And it's like, I find it funny that our character tells an old friend that advice, but she doesn't take it herself. Like, she really doesn't take it, and I find that to be very interesting and stuff. But, like, during this book, again, it gives you a lot of highs and gives you a lot of lows, and overall it has a message that you could take to heart, which is to never give up. Like, and you always going to have tough times, and life is always going to be hard, but you have to fight back. You don't want to give up, basically, and things like that. And again, I ain't gonna lie, I cried. Like, season 2 had me in tears, especially in the later episodes, because, again, like, Anya, it just seemed like Anya goes through so much pain and so much, she just goes through so much that, like, you sympathize with her, especially if you know someone like her, or if you ever been in a similar situation like she has. And I think that's what I love about this book. This particular book that Romance Club has come up with, I think is beautiful and things like that. I would definitely give season 2 a 5 as well, because I ain't seen nothing wrong with it from beginning to end. It has you hooked. I wasn't on the edge of my seat, but I was, like, on the edge of my bed, like, just reading and playing this book, because it was a lot. Um, I know I would definitely tell you about season 3. Whenever I do start it, I just had to just let y'all know about season 1 and 2. I definitely do recommend this to people who enjoy redemption stories, because overall this is going to be like a redemption story. Either you Whether you want it to be a redemption story, but if you don't, again, it could be one of those stories that, again, you could be curious about if you don't really care about redemption. But yeah, and I also recommend this to anyone who likes stories where a character goes through so many trials and tribulations and stuff like that, because oh my goodness, she goes through a lot, and not only her, but like the people that she care about, the people that are in her life, they go through a lot as well. And I think this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful story. And I didn't think Romance Club was capable of doing that, but they are, and I'm enjoying every moment of it, even though it did make me cry. I enjoyed every moment of it, and I would take some of the words to heart, because that's the thing I like about this, like about season 1 and 2. You take so many things to heart, and so again, I appreciate it on the nice. I can't wait to finish it. But before I get into that, I just want to let y'all know that they have a Diamond Rush event now. I'm sorry that I'm telling y'all just a little bit too late. I apologize for that. That wasn't the goal, because but I'm telling you this because if you do want to play on thin ice, all you gotta do is wait until this type of event pops up, Diamond Rush and stuff like that. Um, Sometimes it pops up on like different holidays, I notice. But if it's not a holiday, it would either pop up on the 8th of a month or pop up on like the 18th or the 19th of a month. But I know it would definitely pop up again this month, and I would definitely try to like get it out there that you know that y'all should play. But that's all I have to say about Thin Ice. If you have read seasons 1 and 2 and you have your input, like you have an input, you have something you want to say about it, did you like it? Or if you didn't like it, let me know why you didn't like it, like whatever you want to talk about. Or if you have another Romance Club recommendation, or if you have another recommendation to any other interactive story game, just let me know in the comments below. If you want to like, share, subscribe, and comment, you can. And until next time, see ya.